Hey guys, I'm Michelle G, professional matchmaker and relationship expert.
And I'm Carmelia Ray, celebrity matchmaker, TV personality, and online dating expert.
And you're watching Spicy Love.
Minus the burn.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Okay.
Cheers. Well, we want to welcome you. We want to welcome you to episode 4 of Spicy Love. If you're watching, be sure to share this video and tag a single friend who is looking for love.
Yes, and so this is going to be a full hour dedicated to live matchmaking. So make sure that if you want to meet one of our singles, you fill out an application. All right, are you ready to meet?
Yes, I'm so excited. I've gotten so many messages about all the different singles.
Okay.
So I'm super excited. So why don't you kick us off, Carm, and introduce our singles?
All right. Okay, so the first bachelor is bachelor number 1. He actually did a little cameo in a previous episode. He is from Toronto. He's an entrepreneur and realtor. He has blue eyes, brown hair, and he actually really prefers and has an attraction to brunettes. Now, he also is hilariously clever, but I'm going to let you find out yourself. All right, so let's introduce bachelor number 1.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up? What's up?
Ah, no! We're not supposed to see you. Glitch, glitch, glitch. Hi, secret bachelor.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Good. All right. You know what? That's okay because that was just a sneak peek.
I was a tease.
Yeah, that was a teaser. Tell everyone who you are and what you do, and we'll pretend that we didn't see you.
I feel like I wasn't even front and center, so I feel like they got a little sneak peek, a little teaser. But
Okay.
I'm gonna give them the main entree a little bit later.
Okay,
I love it.
Good recovery. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm from Toronto, Canada. I'm in real estate. I'm a super passionate guy, and yes, I'm very proud of the blue eyes. So yeah,
Yes.
I'm really really excited about this opportunity.
All right,
Awesome.
so what was your name again, Bachelor?
My name is I'm bachelor number 1. I'm Josh Rose. I'm from
Woo!
Toronto.
Woo! All right,
Okay.
so I
And
have a
yes,
question.
and yes, my last name is really Rose.
Oh, do people really ask you
Awesome.
that?
People always think it's like a stage name.
Awesome. Oh, okay. All right. So I kind of have a question for you. I would love to know for you to share, what is your pet peeve?
Oh geez. I mean, do you want the whole laundry list or just my top one?
Let's say your top one.
Loud chewers.
Ooh.
Like,
you know
whether
what?
it's a guy or a girl, or like,
A human being, anyone.
You know, there's a name for that because my son actually cannot stand listening to people chew. Like it actually irritates him. Okay,
too.
interesting. Interesting.
Me too.
All right.
chomp, chomp, chomp.
Well, bachelor number 1, if you could live another person's life, who would you choose it to be and why?
That's a tough one. You know, I probably go. I want to say maybe like Mark Cuban.
Mm. And why Mark Cuban?
Why Mark Cuban? I think that he has like the perfect. First of all, he's a billionaire, so there's that. And then, other than being a billionaire, he's like probably the only billionaire that I know that still has a full head of hair. So that's gotta show for something.
Yeah.
So I mean, he owns the Dallas Mavericks. Like he's just one of those guys. You know, he's like a genius. He's charming, and I think he's lived like a really full life. So that's what I want for my life.
So, what's it like as someone in your age group right now in quarantine? What's been the biggest difference or shift in how you're dating right now? Let us know that.
Well, I mean, I still haven't had my first kiss yet with any of my dates from quarantine, so that's a change for me. Usually, we've already done that. So, but other than that, I mean, like obviously the lack of physical stimulation is a killer right now.
Okay.
So that's all I can say about that. But I mean, it kind of forces you to focus more on the emotional, spiritual level of your connection, obviously. So
oh, it's so refreshing to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, and for the audience who's watching live right now, this is a show dedicated to help connect these singles to you. And if you meet our singles, then if you want to meet our singles, please apply to be on our show. And if you know somebody that could be a match, tag them and have them hop on. So, Josh, what do you want someone to know about you? Are there any quirks that a woman needs to know? Like, let's say we're in month 3,
Hmm.
you're letting your guard down a little bit. Give us some funny quirks. Give us some dirty details.
Okay. Well, I mean, I feel like I have a bunch of those, but I would say like probably my top little kind of secret that I usually don't let a girl in is I have this thing where I it's gonna sound so weird because it's so out of context, but I feel like for me, I like lounging, I like snuggling, but not like in the typical snuggle way. I don't like the whole like big spoon, little spoon, like that's fine. But I don't know why I have this obsession with resting my head on like my girl's bum. I don't know what it is. I don't know why.
So the girl has to have a nice little junk in the trunk for you to.
And maybe not even little. Maybe a little bit on the big side.
Well, thank you so much for sharing, ladies. If you're interested in Team Josh, you know you gotta have junk in that trunk. But let's move on
Yeah.
to Bachelor number 2. So I am super excited. Thank you so much, Bachelor number 1, Team Josh.
Yeah, stand by. Stand by.
So now we're gonna bring on our next Bachelor. So let me go ahead and find him. And there he is. Hello, hello there, Bachelor number 2. How you doing?
Hey, beautiful ladies. How are you guys doing?
We are
We're
doing
great.
great. All right. So now everyone that you've heard his voice, let me tell you a little bit about our next spicy bachelor. So I'm going to read his bio. So he is in Toronto, an entrepreneur and a fitness expert. One line about him. So if you want to know something really spicy about him, it is that is he
Out-
is an active, outgoing, ambitious person who surrounds himself with like-minded people. This gentleman is a mixed ethnicity, 5'10", standing tall with beautiful brown eyes. His ideal match is usually a woman he gravitates who is smart, independent, has a great sense of humor, loves family. She's fun and she's fit, and definitely attractive. So welcome there, Bachelor number 2. Why don't you go ahead and share with us your name, a city, and a spicy fun fact about you?
Well, thank you for the intro. That was a great intro, by the way. So I'm like, if I could have you introduce me to that to all my friends and everyone I meet, that would be amazing. But no, my name is Jeff. I'm from Toronto, and I'm very happy to be on the show. Hope everyone's staying safe and healthy at home. Little fun thing about me. Oh, there's a lot of fun things, but you know what? It's like I enjoy. I have a great sense of humor, so I enjoy laughing and making people laugh. So that's a big thing to me. You got to enjoy life. You got to laugh through it as well.
That is so great. And, look at both of our bachelors' physiques. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, these boys are working really hard. Tell Jeff, tell us a little bit about what you do and why you're so passionate about it.
Well, you know, I grew up in sports, privileged enough to play sports and at a high level. With an injury, and I won't get into much detail, but an injury got me into working with a personal trainer, and that trainer really turned my life around in such a positive, such an empowering kind of movement. And from there, I'm like, that this is great. You get to make great money, first off, but you get to really help people and change lives and things like that. And exactly, I can see that both of you smiling. If I can put a smile on someone's face and help them and whatever, get them to their goals and help them really work to achieve something, that's great. It makes me feel great. We're really successful at what we do. And even through this time, we're even offering online free classes. I'm not here to kind of promote my gym, but again, I do definitely want to promote just being active, keeping a routine, like jumping online. This is a great way. You can even do a workout one-on-one with something virtually. Like it's a great way to stay in shape.
That's
Ooh.
amazing.
I have to say your first answer in terms of wanting to help people and everything, you're saying the right things. So I can't wait until it's time for us to get to know you a little more to find out why you're single.
And I want to ask Bachelor Jeff, by the way, do you cook? And if you do,
Ooh.
what is your favorite recipe?
Well, ooh, I can't give away my secret recipe. You know that.
No, we didn't say give away your
I
recipe,
do cook.
but
I do cook. I enjoy to cook. But I enjoy to, as much as I love eating, I enjoy to cook for others as well. I like to see the girl I'm with, my woman. I like to see her enjoy what I'm cooking for her. So my
are
secret
you
recipe
hearing
would
this,
be
ladies?
my secret recipe would be, or a recipe that would be something that she likes, and I would work my best to
Ooh.
perfect that and really get that recipe off on point. So that's my answer on that.
Again, I
Wow.
asked the question, Carm, what's going on here? Why is he single? He's saying all the right things.
Well, he's single because he wanted to be on this show, and Jeff doesn't. Both Jeff and Josh do not have challenges with finding ladies, but we're here to help them find maybe the one.
Mm.
So, on that note, we've got two spicy bachelorettes that may measure up to the standards that both these men have. And so, who are we doing now? Who are not we're doing? Who's next on our roster?
So we have
Okay.
Bachelorette number one. Carm, why don't you go ahead and introduce our beautiful Bachelorette number one?
Okay, so Bachelorette number one, she is actually from Brampton. For those who don't know, that's very close, just outside of Toronto. She works for the Toronto School Board. One line about her is she loves to smile, and she would love for you to make her smile as well. She stands at 5'7" with brown eyes, and the person she's looking for, her ideal match is 35 to 45. Our bachelorette is 36. He's athletic, tall, and handsome. I think we have somebody here that could be a fit. And what you should know is she loves to set goals. She loves to challenge herself, and she's always looking at the bright side of things. So without further ado, we are going to introduce to you now Bachelorette number one. Hello, Bachelorette number one. How are you?
I'm fine, ladies. How are you?
Very good. So, can you let everybody know, your real name, where you are from, and a spicy fun fact about yourself?
Absolutely. So, hello, everyone. My name is Colleen, and I reside in Brampton for now because I will be moving back to Toronto. I can't deal with this drive. And my spicy fun fact actually is that I enjoy being in mud. And the funny thing is that I do a lot of mud obstacle courses. I've done about 7 in total. And I just like to get really dirty and get into I don't care if my hair, my face, my nails are covered in mud. I just like to get down and dirty. And it's so exciting for me. I'm actually smiling throughout the whole obstacle course, which is weird. People look at me like, why is she smiling? She's got mud in her teeth. But it's so fun for me. It's such a challenge, and I love it. I will definitely do it again once this situation is all clear with being in isolation.
Wow. Colleen, I had no idea you like to wrestle in mud.
Yeah.
Are you hearing that, gentlemen? I think that's a challenge. So, Colleen, I have a follow-up question. Can you dance? And if you can dance, what's your favorite dance move?
Oh, wow. So I definitely love to dance. I dance so many different types of dances. I make up my own too. Let's see. I can dance. I think one of my favorite dances is doing the bachata. It's simple and it's close, it's sensual, and you move your hips and your waist a lot, which I definitely have. So I definitely love that.
So you can whine, right?
Oh, definitely, definitely. I do Carolina
right.
almost every year.
We might challenge you to do that when we see you in person. Michelle, what's your
Cue
next
the music.
question?
Cue the
Cue the
music.
music.
Well, Colleen, thank you for coming on. I would love to know if you could wake up tomorrow having gained a new quality or a skill set, what would that be?
I believe my new quality I definitely want to do, which I will pursue in the future, is learning a new language. So I feel that's important because I love to travel. I travel a lot, and it's just hard for me just to know English. So I learned French like a long time ago, and I lost it because nobody around me spoke French. So probably I would like to regain that back, either French or Spanish, definitely one of the two, or even both.
Wow.
That's amazing.
French, French, my husband tried learning French and he ended up having a sore throat because you have to use your throat so much. And he's like,
Yeah, the accent.
yeah, I say go for Spanish. I speak Spanish. I think it's a lot easier.
Ooh, nice.
So this is an opportunity for our audience to ask questions. But in the meantime, Jeff or Josh, do you have a question for Colleen?
Cricket.
Yeah, you want me to ask a question?
Sure. You could ask her a question.
Okay. Colleen, hey, Colleen, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you?
I'm good. So you said you're in Brampton, yeah?
Yes, I am.
I feel like I'm not far away from Brampton. I'm curious because of the men that I do know in Brampton, like do you have a specific style you like physically?
Ooh.
Oh, good question.
Josh is playing Matchmaker here.
I think he's pre-qualifying the booty.
We got you, Josh. We got you.
You're on to me, Carm.
Oh, you can't get one past me, boy. Go ahead, Colleen.
Well, in terms of style, I mean, someone who takes care of themselves. Definitely someone who has their pants above their waist. Number one, most important. And really just somebody who takes pride in their appearance. You don't have to look like $1 million. You just have to look good. And then if I'm on your arm, you have to be comfortable with that because I look just as good.
Well. I feel as if Jeff should be asking a question. Jeff, are you there?
I am, and I like your answer. I'm like, ooh, confidence. Confidence is sexy.
Absolutely.
It's sexy. So I like that, Colleen. If you could go and travel to any Spanish country to learn Spanish, where would you travel with me? I love how. Ooh, I'm gonna throw that in at the end.
Things are getting hot in here.
But real talk. If you could travel somewhere to learn Spanish, what country or where would you like to travel to?
Good question. I would definitely, let's see. So I've already traveled to Spain and Mexico. So I would definitely want to go somewhere in South America, maybe Argentina or Peru. There's lots of mountains too. There's a lot of, different people there. So I could learn the language with you, learn the foods, try the foods. And it's in South America where my family is from. So there'll definitely be a lot of spice there too.
Oh, well,
that's really good. I think we need to get it a little spicier here. So, Michelle, can we add some more spice to the show, please?
Girl, yes, we can, because our last bachelorette is gonna add that Latin spice. Our last bachelorette is from Miami. She is a health and lifestyle editor and also an elite fitness trainer. A lot of trainers here that we have on the show.
Yes.
One line about her is that she's an extrovert turned introvert who really just loves to have a good time and a good laugh. She is passionate about music and sports. Now, her ideal match is she's searching for a successful, kind, and understanding partner who loves to laugh and had fun. She is Cuban, stands tall at 5 feet 2 inches with them beautiful brown, I say hazel eyes, but she says brown eyes. And one thing that you should definitely know about her is that she genuinely wants to be happy. Nothing else matters to her. She is just on her path of happiness. So bachelorette number 2, will you please come on, join us and tell us what is your name, your city, and a spicy fun fact about you.
Oh, we got to put her on.
Where's she at? There she is.
There she is. All right.
Hello,
Hi,
bachelorette number 2.
Hi.
Ooh,
I'm Jen.
hi, Jen.
I'm from Miami. And the spicy fact about me is I actually play pool in a league, and I've been to big tournaments for 4 years in a row now.
Whoa, she's a shark. That is awesome.
Ooh, you know what? I wouldn't have thought that. I would
not have thought that either. Have you hustled people? Be honest.
No, they just think I can't play, so I just say, okay, I can't play.
and then you kick their butt, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I just, show
That
them a
is
little stuff.
amazing. That is amazing.
That is awesome. Well, I'm curious to know from you, Jen, what's the biggest adjustment that you've made since being in quarantine?
Honestly, there hasn't been much of an adjustment except that I can't play pool. I'm really like a loner. Not loner, but I like to be by myself. And like I said, I'm an extrovert that's now an introvert. So I like to actually just be in my space and stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay. I've got a question for you. Before you make a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say and why? Apparently, this is a thing.
Yes, I do with anything.
Michelle said, ask that question. I'm like, who does that? And it's like, you do that?
I do it all the time. I go in the shower and I start making up conversations I'm not even going to have with people.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you, sometimes you just have to kind of get the words out so that way you don't trip yourself. And especially because when you're bilingual, like you think in one language, but then the words come out in the other language or you mix it up.
Sometimes I don't know the word in English and I have to think about, okay, how do I say this word in English?
Okay, that makes sense. I get that. And sometimes I guess if it's an important phone call, you kind of want to prep for that. So it is really spicy here because I see all of these incredible people, and do we not want to see their beautiful faces?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I mean, we want to see all these spicy singles faces. So take it away, Carm.
All right. So, yeah, drum roll. Okay, bachelor number 1, can we please reveal yourself? Again. Hey.
What's up, guys?
Hi. All right, bachelor number. Great. Bachelor number 2. Can we see you, please? Hey. Woo, there he is. See that smile. All right. And bachelor number 1, the merengue girl. Or bachata.
Bachata,
Hey.
girl.
Woo. Hello, Colleen.
Hello.
And finally, we saved the best for last. It's Jen. Hey, Jen. Woo. Wow. Hey, singles. This is the first time that you guys are actually seeing each other as well. So, and that note, to kind of get things going and for us to get to know each other, we are about to play a game. Yes. Do you guys hear that? Are you hearing a little bit of that?
All right. I like that.
Oh, okay.
What's up, ladies? How you doing?
Can they hear that? Jeff just said, hey, what's up?
Oh, hi, Jeff.
Hi.
Okay, we're going to play a game of true or false. Now, how this works is that we are going to present some actual stats. Singles in America survey is done by Match.com, and they survey about 5,000 people on the platform and come up with stats in various areas. So we're going to figure out if you are a yes and you think the fact is true, you go a thumbs up. If you are a no and you think the fact is a little bit off, you're going to go thumbs down. All right. So this is the game that we're going to play. Michelle, go ahead.
All right. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right.
Ready.
All right. So here we go. True or false? 64% of singles believe that love can last forever. True or false? 64%
All you got to do is
of singles
show up or down.
believe that love can last forever.
Oh, we got 3 yeses and a no. And the actual results was that it's true. 64% of people do believe love will last forever. All right, next question. And by the way, if you're in the audience, you can also respond. We have 80% of singles admit to being afraid of getting hurt. Where are we? Admit to afraid of being hurt when entering a relationship.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. It's actually
It's actually
false.
false, guys.
You know why? It's actually 69% of singles, so it's not that high. So
That's
there's,
still a
but
great
you know
number,
what?
just saying.
It is still. Oh, okay.
It is
Yes,
spicy love, right?
it is spicy love. That's right. That's right. Michelle.
All right, ready for the next one?
Yes.
All the way.
All right, here we go. 48% of singles say that they've received nude. Wait. Oh, yeah, that they've received nude photos from someone before. True or false?
Nope.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I gotta go down.
Oh, so the ladies are true and the gentlemen are false. Guys, you are correct. It is false.
It's actually higher. It's higher.
52%.
Oh, okay.
52% of singles got, yes. Raise your hand if you've received a nude. Received. I didn't say sent. I'm not going to ask that question. But if you've received a nude.
Michelle.
Unsolicited.
Oh, goodness. All right. We did that one. And then I don't think.
The next one.
Oh, yeah, we did. 65%. Listen to the number. 65% of singles have had a friends with benefits relationship.
I think I'm gonna go to go.
Oh, Josh says no go. Colleen says yes. We have another no go. We have a yes from Jeff. And the answer is actually. Got it, Carm?
False.
Yes.
It's only 41%. 41% of singles have had friends with benefits. So it's not that high. Oh, and this one will be interesting for Colleen. 73% of millennials think if someone speaks another language, it's more attractive than someone who doesn't.
Let's see.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah.
Yes, according to OkCupid, it is right. If you speak another language, it is considered sexier.
I got one
All right.
Yay!
Yay. Okay, I think we do have some engagement from the audience. Hey, okay. Bachelor number 1 all the way. Okay, we got some fans here, Bachelor number 1. All right, and audience, this is your time to ask any of our singles or the group questions. You can certainly do that. But we're leading into something a little bit more controversial. We're about to do dating discussion on some fiery topics. All right. And I want to lead with the first one because I actually discovered this and I did a little poll on my Instagram. So according to a Canadian dating coach, she actually advises that women should make a man wait 3 months before a first kiss. All right. Hold on. I'm going to get your perspective one at a time. All right. So this is literally what she's written a book about, or it's part of that book, and she stands by it. So Bachelor number 1, what is your thoughts and opinions on that?
No,
Josh?
hard no. I mean,
Sorry, but a hard no.
I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with her about that.
Okay.
From my own personal experience, I've actually recognized that after doing, I think it was like 3 dates, I thought for sure this is like the one. I'm going to introduce her to the fam jam. She was like, it was in the bag, right? And then what ended up happening was the third time, she was like, oh, I don't kiss on the first date. Second time, we got drunk. I couldn't even bring myself to kissing her. Third date, finally, 2 months into knowing this girl, and I kiss her, and let me tell you, she did not understand the concept of open sesame when we're talking about making out. She just did not get it.
Okay. So you're saying that you waited a long time for the kiss and the kiss was a disappointment.
It was
Yes?
so bad. She didn't open her mouth. I felt like we were long lost like French cousins or something. We just kind of like hecked.
Okay. All right. Hold on to that thought. Colleen.
Yes.
Let's hear your perspective on this advice.
Okay. 3 months is a long time. That's a long time. It's like, I mean, I know time goes by fast, but I feel like, okay, for a woman's perspective, the way how I was brought up is that you don't kiss on the first date. So, I mean, once you get to know the person, I mean, get into, I guess it's what, first base, get into a kiss, it's no harm done. But as long as you initiate where things are going to go, and not that a kiss is going to lead to your place right after. You know, as long as you have that respect and that type of relationship where you understand each other, I feel like there's no harm done with a kiss. I mean, I kiss my mom, like not knowledge or anything, but I kiss my niece, I kiss my nephew. Like, there's nothing wrong because I kiss my friends, but like when you're dating somebody, I mean, that kind of opens up to being like, okay, you know, you like the person, you want to kiss them. There's nothing wrong with that, because then that kind of opens up to moving on to the next level. If you're waiting 3 months, I mean, they may be losing interest, may find somebody else. I mean, they may think you might not like them. So I feel like, you know, a kiss is good. But yeah.
Okay. Jeff, I'm curious to know, like, would you be sticking around if she said, like, you really like her and she's not giving you a kiss?
You know,
what's your perspective?
3 months is a long time. It is a long time. It's interesting that she advises women, like, reverse the roles. Imagine a woman being so attracted to this man and him going, I know most guys would be like, I'm not going to wait 3 months, no way. But, you know, you're also trying to build chemistry, and sometimes people have that chemistry like that. So if you're dating someone or with someone and, you know, you're building feelings together, and again, to back, you know, coattail on Colleen, you know, you respect one another there, you know, you put these kind of limitations on you know, you communicate what's good. I think 3 months is a long time, because at the same time, if I'm really attracted to someone, it could be 2 weeks in, I may want to kiss you, you know, like I wouldn't want you to make me wait, and I'm definitely not going to make you wait, because if there's that feeling and there's that attraction, which is what we're lacking right now, that human, that like that, even that touch, a hug, you know, even something that's so small goes, you know, so far. So I think something waiting 3 months, way too long. I think if there's the attraction, you're with someone, why do you have to wait 3 months? Why make someone wait for something? Again, they may go find it somewhere else. Unfortunately, to say it, they may lose interest. They may keep asking why. What is it with me that you're making me wait? Is there something that you may not want to do? There's going to be a lot of what ifs, and I think if you're with someone, be with that person. Why limit yourself to waiting on something simple as a kiss? You
okay,
know, like,
we're officially sold on your answer. I think he speaks for everyone, but we should allow Jen. Let's chime in. What do you think? Yeah.
So I have a problem that I'm very shy. So on dates, I usually don't really initiate, and I don't really give like much signals that I like someone. So, I actually, it happened to me one time, and I went on like 3 dates and I never kissed a guy, but I really liked him. I would talk to him all the time, so I thought it was like obvious. And he completely stopped talking to me because of it. So, like, I don't think it's possible.
And this is three dates with a guy you liked, but in your case, there's a difference because it wasn't intentional. You were just like, you need some.
I'm just shy.
Yeah, you're shy. It's not because someone told you that you should wait, right? So
no.
All right. Well, thank you for that.
I'm curious to know. I mean, let's share our perspective. We have a little bit of time, so I think we could share our perspective. Like, what? I mean, I know you and I talked about it yesterday because we were both kind of shocked. So I'd love to hear your perspective on this. And instead, what would you recommend as a matchmaker and as a dating coach, as an expert? What would you recommend? I'm
clearly a thumbs down. Like, I'm a thumbs down to the point where like all my thumbs are down. Like, you know, part of the statement. I got just two. But yeah, so it's like what Josh said. It's a complete no. So part of that is because you're giving the advice from the viewpoint that this should be how you operate all the time. And the second part of it, it feels gamified to me. In order to know he's a great guy, you make him wait. So it's as if this person has this hurdle to prove something. I don't think that in a relationship, particularly in one where you're going with the flow, that there really isn't, in this particular case, a rule against kissing. In fact, kissing, on my mind, is one of the most passionate, intimate things you do. Even when people have sexual partners and it's just friends with benefits, they don't kiss. Even people who are in the trade where they exchange sexual services, they don't kiss. And that is because the exchange of that kiss is so intimate that it's, in my way, the most innocent and sexual way to express interest without taking it too far. So people, back in the day would neck or make out, and they'd have hot make out sessions for a long, long time. Like
hickeys and
sorry?
And hickeys,
Yeah, oh my God. Who's ever had a hickey?
Yeah, who has it? I still see them here and there too.
I know. It's like the territory. It's like the teenage territorial mark, right? Like you have a hickey, your boyfriend gave it to you. So that's my perspective. And kissing on a first date or not, I still believe in going with the flow, but be very careful that you're not getting the wrong signals. When you do go in for that kiss, you got to be super confident that kiss is being reciprocated and welcome. As a coach, I hear a lot of singles that talk to me about a horrible first kiss, or they went in for the kiss, they weren't feeling it, and it's just like icky. That's the other part. If it doesn't go well, it is super icky.
Yes.
Just the way that Josh described it was like, so
yeah.
Michelle?
I have to say, and we have someone in our audience, Consuelo Renee, is saying, I agree. Kissing is everything to me. So much can be told in a kiss. And you know what? I couldn't agree more. And I feel like the advice that's being given, listen, if this is, and we're not saying by any means like this is incorrect, that's wrong, but what we're saying is us as coaches, we don't agree with that, because the reasoning behind that this Canadian coach shares that is because she says that it shows whether or not a man will actually take your needs into account. Will he actually be willing to wait and listen to you and respect your needs? And I think that there's a difference between respecting your needs and having boundaries, and there's a difference between physicality and that compatibility and all those elements that we need to be able to identify, do I want to be with that person, right? Can I see myself really getting further involved with this person? For me, it's a definitely thumbs down. If anything, I would say to someone, if I would say you want to wait a week, fine, wait a week to kiss someone, but 3 months, it's a little bit ridiculous in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
there you go. It's a unanimous no. And we're talking spicy. This might get a little bit spicy, maybe uncomfortable, but let's get into this conversation. What are your thoughts on virtual sex? Yay or nay? And when is it appropriate? So anybody here who's willing to share? I have my opinion about it as well. I'm sure Michelle does. Anyone?
I mean, can we define what that even means? Like,
Sorry?
Yeah, to define like what does it mean on virtual sex. So because right now we're in quarantine, right? The conversation has sparked, and this was actually a conversation in a different forum with another group of other matchmakers and dating coaches, where people are wanting to are can't connect, they can't touch one another, but they have needs, and so they've gotten to that point in their quarantine relationship where they're potentially saying, you know what, you can't touch me, I can't touch you, but I'm willing to expose myself, and are you willing to join me in this journey? And so, we're curious to know, how do you guys feel about that? Is that okay if you haven't kissed the person, and you haven't touched them, and you haven't seen them, you've only gotten to know them virtually? Would you feel comfortable having virtual foreplay or sex with them?
So we have a no from Jen. Josh is a
yes.
thumbs up. Okay, Josh is a yes. Okay. Jeff?
If it's I'm first off, ladies, if you want to take the floor, ladies first.
Okay, I will.
Go, Colleen. Go ahead. Go ahead, Colleen.
Sex, I mean, it's great if you know the person on that level, but if it's somebody that you just met, I feel like you need to know more of them on a personal level before you engaged in that. I feel like virtual sex is more for like people who are more in a deeper relationship. Which I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, especially if you're in isolation. I mean, sometimes you miss the person, and it depends on your sexuality. If you're comfortable doing that, if both partners are comfortable doing that, then that's okay. But if it's somebody you just met, there's tons of things that you can communicate on before you enter that kind of aspect. And I feel like more so you should actually wait till you see the person like face to face before you engage virtually, because anything can go wrong,
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, Jeff. Go ahead, Jen.
I agree, because I mean, there's also screenshots, there's pictures, there's stuff like that. You don't really know the person, and I don't know. For me, it's just a sticky situation. It's different if it's like your actual boyfriend, and then you're in quarantine, and you can't see them. So yeah, sure, why not? But it's not like that. You've never seen the person you're dating. I don't know. I don't trust it. My personal opinion.
Jeff.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
I want to. You don't have to answer this, but with people are very forward these days. I mean, we are in hookup culture. I'm gonna guess that you probably have had women offer, or I mean, I could just be completely stereotyping this because of like what do you think about it?
it's well, no comment to that last comment. And
Plead the fifth.
All right.
it's like, oh snap.
Yeah.
No, it's no. If you're gonna be with, like, I think, yeah, it's definitely more for someone that you know already. Because it's definitely more for couples that feel comfortable together. Like, but also there's so many different levels of sexuality. It's definitely some people that may be very into meeting someone and jumping right into things. There might be someone that might want more. There's different depths, right? But at the same time, like. A lot of people, especially in quarantine, this is what people have dealt with probably ever, right? So they're dealing with things and like probably fighting demons and things like that. And like there's a lot of temptation out there. But if I'd feel more comfortable, even personally, even as a man, being with someone, or even being able to flirt with someone that I even have maybe even met or even talked to a couple of times. Because also I want to make sure, like, if I'm going to do something or whatever, I want to make sure that I know how to please you on the camera. It's not just me saying some words or doing some stuff. Like, I want to make sure that it's actually, working, doing its justice, right? But at the same time, I'm like, like with a stranger or something like that, that intimacy and just that one-on-one connection, it's lost and it's gone, and you get so much more out of someone. And I personally would want and would enjoy that, knowing that person and knowing, okay, like they know how to get me going, versa, right?
That's great.
So thank you for sharing that, Jeff. And Josh, you're kind of on the other end of the spectrum. So I'd love to hear kind of why you're okay with it. Like there's nothing or no taboo around it for you. I'd love for you to share.
Yeah, for sure. I think that with my perspective is like we're talking about like, sexual, I guess, explicit pictures and sexting and whatever. But I guess like that's kind of less what I'm focused on and more about like, provocative, like, for me, like an after gym selfie, like even just like in the basement or going for a run, and then like, stripping my clothes off and being in like boxer briefs, like really tight ones. And then you can kind of see the bulge there. So that's what I'm talking about, like promiscuous and like, a little bit provocative. But you don't let them see everything. That's the key. You don't let them see everything. You got to leave the mystery,
So you're looking for a tease show. This is like a burlesque thing. That's what you're kind of thinking about.
Exactly. It's more about being provocative and really just like enticing their imagination to kind of run wild. And I think that actually is a tool to creating more of that chemistry for when you do meet in real life. So
I actually like that perspective. And I don't think that, I mean, personally, I don't think that would qualify as virtual sex. I think that's more like just teasing. And I guess, I don't know, Carm, like, I think that's actually all right. And we have a couple people from the audience who are sharing, and some people are really saying, hey, I would do it with someone I was with for 10 months. We were away. And so it kept our relationship new. And then they're like, how about for married couples and long-term couples going through quarantine, not being able to get away and having to spend all the time together? I'm not really sure if it's a question, but if it is, Tyler, please feel free to
I see that actually. It pops up. I like that. What's up, Tyler? How you doing, brother? Hope you and the fam are staying safe and healthy.
Oh, so this is a Team Jeff support.
No, it's like, hey, show love all over the world, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I
That's
think
great.
with because I know a lot of I've got a lot of great friends that are in great relationships and great marriages, and I want to say marriages because they're keeping it interesting. You know, they're very open. They're keeping it interesting. It's not like you have to, call up Ashley Madison or anything like that, or go to extremes, but you can, mix it up. Go on, flirt. Like it's change up your cologne. Do something different for your lady. You know what I mean? Like it's because what go. It's he might do something, Tyler. You might do something. Trust me, you'll get it back 5 times more. And it comes into a little competition, right? But it's have fun, mix it up, switch it up. Go
Yeah.
ahead, plan a date in the backyard, make a picnic, do something, but do something for your lady. Trust me, she'll do something back for you.
100%.
Ooh,
Dropping
yes,
some
ma'am.
knowledge. All right. Thank you so much for that really important discussion. And I think for myself as a coach and matchmaker, of course, the world of the internet and digital, what you have to really be mindful of at all times is that there are screen recording devices. Even if you're doing something sexy, you don't want to be identified, or have identifiable features, particularly if you're an influencer or have a public image and you don't want any of that on the web. So that's important. I think when you are in a committed partnership, and even then, you never know how things are going to happen in the future. But some ways around that, if you do want to engage in some kind of virtual sex, you can probably watch the same thing together. I think phone sex is a much better and safer option than video because you can still, stimulate the mind and be watching other things and not necessarily be, putting yourself at risk. So just be very, very careful when you are engaging in that kind of activity. So.
Yeah, totally agree. And I don't have anything to add other than, what, you make your bed and you lie in it,
Absolutely.
And I think it comes down to personal responsibility. If you're comfortable and that's how you roll, then hey, you also have to be comfortable with the consequences and be mindful of what risk you put yourself at. So I just say, if you know the person, you feel comfortable, I guess thumbs up. If you don't know the person, you're not comfortable, this coach's opinion, along with my colleagues, is a thumbs down for us.
Yes.
So,
all right. So we are moving along. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. Gentlemen, stand by. We are about to say goodbye to our ladies. And on that note, if you're interested to nominate a single friend or to meet our lovely ladies, please apply online. Colleen, is there anything that you want to say to your future partner who may be watching this stream right now just before you head out?
Sure. Definitely. I'm a lot of fun. So make sure you get plenty of rest because I have a lot of energy, especially being in isolation. And
can we get a bachata move there really quick? Can we get a bachata move?
That's it, girl.
A little bachata. I don't have a lot of space where I am. Sorry?
That's awesome. Team Colleen. All right, my friend, we will see you in real life.
Yes.
Bye for now.
Thank you so much. Bye, hon.
Jen, I know you're a little shy, but this is your opportunity to tell someone who might be watching something you'd like them to know about you or a message to that person.
Okay, I just want everyone to know I'm shy, but not if I know you. If I feel comfortable with you, then my true colors come out. And I'm really funny, I promise. That's a lot of fun.
Amazing. All right, Jen, thank you so much. And we will see you soon. All right, gentlemen, you need to stand by because we are going to be playing a little game with our bachelorette. Can you turn your cameras off for now, please? We will put you on in a minute. All right, hang tight because we are about to introduce our mystery single, and we've got something fun planned for her. She is like a ball of energy. Our bachelorette is based in Toronto. She is a health and lifestyle expert and a fitness expert. She actually has trained some celebrity clients. one thing about her that she wants you to know is she is happy. She loves life. She loves being silly. She is has incredible energy. And the man she's looking for, he also needs to have a healthy lifestyle, loves to laugh, loves to make her laugh, and, is easygoing. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in our mystery single. Hello, mystery single. How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
Yeah, I can already hear that energy. All right. Can you tell our audience who you are, what your name is, where you're from, and a fun, spicy fact about yourself?
So my name is Carla. Oh, did you say it?
Yeah, you can say it.
Carla. I'm from Nova Scotia originally. I live in Toronto. And a spicy fact about me. God, you caught me off guard.
Anything that people might, you know what? I know a little bit about Carla. You love horses. Tell us that story.
So yeah, I've rode horses and trained horses all my life since I was a little girl. So I professionally competed show jumping. That was just something that was a hobby that followed me throughout my life and will always be a part of my life. So
amazing. All right. So Carla, let's see your beautiful face.
You should have warned me for that question. I was like,
that's okay. That's okay.
Like, oh my God, what do I do?
Come on out. Let's see who you are. This is on the fly. Sometimes there's no way to prep. Hi. Yay. All right, Carla's here. Amazing. All right. So Carla, how have you been keeping busy during this pandemic?
I have been super busy. I work from home anyway. Okay. So I work for Holler Magazine and I do my own company, which is KG Lifestyle. So I have multiple online clients and more now that the quarantine is happening. So it's been actually great for me because I've had more time to focus just on my own business. So it's been wonderful. Yeah.
Amazing.
And I have to ask, do you have a cheat day? And you look fantastic. And what do you cheat with? I want to know.
Everything. I literally eat. My favorite is sweet. So like cupcakes and cookies.
With a body like that, I want your secret.
Oh, well, you know what? The other 6 days, I work out.
Okay.
Yeah, she really does. You guys have to follow her. I will put her link and her Instagram here because she is super fit. And Carla, we have two bachelors here. Bachelors, can you introduce yourself, please? Bachelor number 1 and bachelor number 2. They're coming on.
Hello. Do you want me to?
Yeah. So Carla, that's Jeff.
Hi.
And there's Josh. So guys, I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on a woman asking you out?
I love that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's Josh, right? I'm glad that it shows a lot. It shows a lot of courage, independence, a lot of stuff that I'm looking for in a woman. Right off the bat, I'd definitely be attracted to someone that came up and asked me out for sure.
All right. Well, on that note, you stand by, Jeff, because we are going to bring you in really soon. Stand by in the green room. All right, Josh. Last time we put Josh to the test, he had to speed date. And Carla, we're not going to make you speed date, so don't worry about that. She actually did super well. She did an episode with me for Vice, and she tried a speed dating platform. It was fun. So on that note, I want to let people know in the audience watching that it's perfectly okay for a woman to approach. Now, Carla doesn't need to be approached. Usually she's getting approached anywhere she goes. All right. But we're going to reverse the role here. So Carla, we have a tiny bit of a challenge for you. Okay. And the challenge is you're meeting Josh. And what we want you to do is approach Josh. Now, this is like a virtual date. And we want you to, at some point in your conversation, you have like 30 seconds to a minute, throw a compliment to him so that women can kind of see what it's like to have that kind of banter. Yeah. All right. So, Michelle, are you doing the time? You literally have like a 1 minute conversation.
What do I do? So I just give him a compliment?
Well, you're like,
I want you to
remember
pick him
the
up.
speed dating? Yeah, pick
Pick
him up.
Pick him up and use a compliment.
Is this like a mock? Like I'm pretending to like.
Yeah, you're pretending to speed date. You can do it. You can do it. You can do
Okay,
it.
I'm just like pretending that I'm gonna pick him up.
Yeah, like you
Okay.
met Josh at a bar.
Okay.
And actually, Josh has been eyeing
Right now.
Josh has been eyeing you out. He's gonna help you out.
Can he hear this right now?
Oh yes, he
Yeah,
can hear and see
yeah.
He
everything.
knows what's up, so it's not like I'm creeping him.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Okay, awesome. I got
All
it
right.
now.
Your
Okay,
1
she's
minute
got it.
to pick
Cheers.
up Josh. Yes, cheers to
Okay,
you. Good luck.
cheers.
All right,
You guys are at the bar. Go
Set,
ahead.
go.
Hey, you look like
Hello.
a doll.
Oh my God! Look at yourself. Look at you. Oof.
You're gorgeous. We should totally have a drink sometime.
We should have a drink right now.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Cheers.
Well, there you go. Forward works, right? Forward totally works.
Yeah, I'm all about it forward.
Yeah, there's no holding back. Josh, so if Carla came up to you and she just literally let you know what she liked your height, she thought you were cute, what reaction would you get?
Yeah, no, I would totally dig it. Looking like that, if she showed up, oh my God, I'd be like, yes, hi.
All right, Josh, thank you so much for being a participant. We thought we would give you the honor of being on the receiving end of that. So, ladies, if you want to meet our bachelor and our mystery single, please apply. We are getting some applications and we've got a lineup of beautiful people. Josh, we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
All right.
That was
Oops.
hilarious.
I know. All right.
That
Okay.
was funny. I enjoy watching that. Thank you.
Okay, let's slow it down a little bit.
Yes.
You and you're both fitness experts, actually.
Mhm.
So maybe you want to go in. You guys have met at what was the recent trade show that you've been to? A fitness show, Carla.
The Fitness Expo, but last year.
Yeah,
Okay,
pro
so
show
let's
last year.
say you guys are both at the pro show,
Mhm.
and he's checking out some protein right now,
Yes.
and you are watching him check out some
I was like,
protein.
her
So-
protein or actual protein?
No,
Like,
Natural protein.
Yeah, you're actually
Keep it
checking out
PG.
some protein. Yeah. So Carla, you're walking over because Jeff is 5'10". He's got a fit body. He looks really great. He's been looking at you and he's standing beside you checking out some protein. So take it away.
Hey. Are you from Toronto?
I sure am. I think you look familiar.
Yeah, you too. You look amazing. You must be in the fitness industry because you're super fit.
Well, thank you. Like, it obviously takes sexiness to know it. So, appreciate that.
Thank you. So what kind of
So,
oh my
is
god.
this me, her,
Yeah.
or the other way around?
Yeah, what happens now?
What happens next? Okay, well, that's good. I mean, the whole point is to try to relate to something, right? And
Right.
it's not always easy. And I know this is the challenge too of
not
virtual
there.
situations.
Right.
You're hard to like be
Yeah.
in front of each other,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So usually
If-
go ahead, Jeff.
Well, first off, and I'm not saying this as we're pretending. You're actually quite gorgeous. You're quite stunning. So I'm sure you intimidate a lot of men. So which is a sexy thing, which is a good thing. But I think if you find that just someone to click on or just talk to someone about. A lot of guys, like if I were to come talk to her and if I were looking at the protein and she were maybe standing beside it looking as fit as she was, I'd probably think she's a model or they're paying her to look that good representing protein.
I love you.
It's like, how do I look as good as you? I'm like, how do I get abs like that? Or do you do house training or something like that? Or how do I?
Oh, we're moving right to the house training. My goodness.
Jeff took the lead on that one. He's like,
I
let me
know.
just go ahead
Oh,
and
my
put you
goodness.
over here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Well,
awesome.
Jeff, thank you so much for that participation. And I'll connect you guys a little bit later. Okay, guys? Bye, Jeff. Thanks so
Bye,
much.
Jeff. Thanks so much
See
for
you.
being.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Carla, don't
I
kill
just
me
love
later.
your attitude.
I
You're
love
so
you.
willing.
Don't kill me
You're
later.
just,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you're just so.
having fun.
That's okay.
okay.
That's okay.
You're fine.
It's
Me
rated.
and my potty nose. I'm like,
It's
it's so fun.
it's rated PG-18. What do you call that? PG-18?
Yeah, I don't know.
21,
Yeah.
21 and up. Is
21
what it is.
adults.
In
Yeah,
an adult, so this is R-rated.
exactly.
Yes, I guess R-rated version. So
So Carla, thank you so much for being
Of
here.
course, baby. I love
And
you.
I love you too. And I happen to know Carla, and she's absolutely fabulous and such a sport for coming
I
on.
love you.
We're going to have her back in a future episode.
yes.
And thanks so much. Have a great night,
Bye,
ladies.
babe.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye.
Bye.
Yeah. All right. That was so good.
That was so much fun. She definitely put her gift of gab to the test for sure.
She did. You know, and it's not easy being put to the test, especially as, you know, a woman approaching a man. I like to take things off gender. I think if a person is interested in someone, that's your opportunity to indicate, as long as you're
Right.
tasteful, because the one thing most people regret are the things that they don't do.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right, so there we
We've
go.
had such a jam-packed show. Thank you so much to all of our audience for tuning in, for sharing. Make sure that you share this video if you have a single friend, or tag them in the comments below. If you have a question for either one of us, feel free to put it in the comments and we'll get back to it. And if you're interested in learning more about how to work with us, we've had a couple of inquiries about that. Make sure you fill out your confidential profile, which is this, and we can put this in the comments, right, Carm?
Absolutely. And before we go, we just want to talk about our next episode. Episode 5 is an episode planned for Black singles who are ready to mingle. So share this video, tag your single friends if they like a little bit of brown sugar, because the show is dedicated to that. So thank you for watching. To all of our bachelors and bachelorettes, to you, my beautiful co-host. Cheers.
Likewise. Cheers, my friend. And to all of you, stay safe, be well, and we'll see you next week. Same time, same channel.
Bye.
Ciao.